first thing we need now is just to make a wee base to glue this down onto. It's just so you're not just leaving that open at the bottom. Better to have something to glue it down onto, and then it helps you add some basing effects later on. So I've got some bit of spare plastic card stuff here, styrene sheet stuff. I think it's probably a mil thick. And then all we need to do is just make some sort of shape around it. Maybe a bit like that. And give yourself a bit of room around maybe one side, so you can at a later point glue on, a barrel or something else that just helps with the scale of the object. So all I'm going to do now is just cut that out with scissors, and then we'll move on. Okay, so I've cut that out, and you'll maybe notice that I've just gone over the edge with some sandpaper just to kind of round that off a little bit, and then just scrubbed over the top of it with the sandpaper also, just to give something for the glue to catch on. We're not using plastic glue with this because we're sticking these kind of odd plastics to other plastics, so we can't use the old cement stuff. We need to use some sort of super glue. Anything will do for what we're doing. It doesn't have to be anything special. So now the fit isn't perfect. There'll be little gaps around the bottom there, but as long as we've got enough making contact, it should be okay. So what we'll do is we'll get some glue onto the bottom of this. And then just try it there maybe. Doesn't have to be too perfect anywhere. What you'll notice as well, what I've got here is just a little pot of bicarbonate soda, and I'm going to use that as a bit of a bonding agent or a accelerator or whatever you want to call it. And you'll obviously make a mess doing this, but this stuff just goes into the super glue and it just helps create a join. Almost instantly. Like that. And I'll use this method for quite a few of the bits when we're gluing things on, because it just gives you a head start with some weathering, some corrosion effects and the like. And you can build it up. The bicarbonate soda helps just create some dimension to it. It doesn't just dry away to nothing. It's got a bit of something to it. So on that side there where there's a bit of a gap, we can start going back in a bit with some more. Some more glue there. Like that. And it starts to fill in the gaps for you. And that's really it. So we've got a bit of space on the base to add, maybe a rock or something later on, or a barrel or whatever, just to help with the scale on the item. But that will now be pretty well fixed on there and won't come off. Like that. So that's the basic setup. If it was a larger item, it didn't feel very stable, you could pack that with some card or do something just to help stop it being crushed or whatever, but it's not too bad. It's not big enough to really worry about.